Today is a very sad day, my dear friends, for we are mourning the passing of the original Harley Quinn, the only Harley Quinn, Arlene Sorkin. And what really is the history of the character? Let's find out. Where's Harley, everybody, and welcome to another video. Today is a very sad day, my dear friends, because we are mourning the demise of Arlene Sorkin, the voice of the original and only, in my eyes, Harley Quinn there ever was. Now, if you've been following my channel for quite some time, my dear friends, you know that this is mainly a fantasy-oriented channel. However, you know that I have always been a tremendous comic book aficionado and a comic book fan, but when it all started for me was really with Batman the Animated Series in the 1990s when I was growing up, and I'm talking about the American superhero branch of comic books. I wouldn't have gotten into the comic book medium as far as the superhero goes if it wasn't for Batman the Animated Series, one of the most masterful animated TV shows ever made, and to a certain extent also revolutionary, because before that there really wasn't a dark and gothic and bleak animated series for younger audiences out there. And also it was revolutionary as far as the technique, if I remember correctly, as far as the production of the TV show. It was drawn on black backgrounds so that it transpires beautifully. I mean, the dark and gothic and bleak atmosphere of Gotham City, and the dark aspect of the world's greatest detective, Batman, that is. And of course, the animated series wouldn't be what it is without a couple of aspects. Firstly, it's very clear inspiration by Tim Burton's Batman and Batman Returns. And then, of course, the music and, of course, the writing by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, those two guys are the creators of the show. And last but definitely not least, the voice cast. Now, recently we lost Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman and Bruce Wayne himself. And then there was Mark Hamill, who was the best Joker. Think what you will about Mark Hamill and the way he presents himself on social media today, but it is an undeniable fact that he contributed to the corpus of pop culture tremendously. First, of course, as Luke Skywalker, and then as the voice of the Joker in Batman the Animated Series, and Arlene Sorkin as the voice of Harley Quinn. And there were many other voice actors, obviously. And not only that, but they have been, or they were, providing their voices not only for Batman the Animated Series, but then the subsequent long movie, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, and more recently in the Batman Arkham series, the Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. I don't know if they provided the voices for Arkham Knight. I've only played a little bit of it, but I have replayed many a time Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and I'm not much of a gamer, so that means something. And their voices were there, and as far as this goes, it was as if you were transported back to the 90s when you were playing the game, and listening to the voices again, the tremendously awesome representation of Batman by Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill as the Joker, and of course Arlene Sorkin as Harley Quinn. Now, Harley Quinn herself, she has been made into something completely different than she was in the past, and originally what she was conceived to be in Batman the Animated Series, and then of course she found her way into the comic book medium. There was this very, very famous comic book called Mad Love, which was basically an adaptation of one of the episodes. And there was the origin of Harley Quinn and how she fell in love with the Joker, and how this abusive relationship started. And that's what Harley Quinn is about, really. She was conceived as, Joker's henchman, but also, or henchwoman, but also a character who is madly, passionately in love with this master of crime and a psychopath. And he does not behave very nicely towards her. But this never, ever, whatsoever stops her from praising him and from loving him forever and, unconditionally. Now, of course, then as the time progressed, they made her into an independent, strong female protagonist, then first an anti-hero of a sort of a Deadpoolish character. I think it was first in Amanda Corner's and Jimmy Palmiotti's run on Harley Quinn. She got her own title. She got her own title before that, but only for limited series by Carl Kiesel, I think. But she really got her own ongoing series with Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Corner. And although it was fun at the beginning, I read the initial about, 30 issues, 40 issues, or the first couple of paperbacks. It was fun. But then as the time went on, they really made her into or they tried to make her into a symbol, an icon of feminism. And then, of course, now I don't read contemporary DC comic books at all. I stopped when Tom King absolutely annihilated the character of Batman. But I think they have made her into a lesbian. And that she is in a lesbian relationship with Poison Ivy. Now, she has always had a very, very, very close relationship with Poison Ivy, even in Batman the Animated Series. But, they were very, very, very close friends. It was quite apparent that both the chicks were into guys a lot. Now, just take Harley Quinn and her passionate love, for the Joker. And we all know the techniques of Poison Ivy and how she was very famous for, seducing men and making them do whatever she likes. And so that's what it is. Unfortunately, the state of today's entertainment is very sad, and everything is being changed and made into what is not really appreciated. But once again, today we are mourning the passing of not the original Harley Quinn, but the only Harley Quinn there is, at least for me. And she will forever be remembered as much as Kevin Conroy. Now, I have been quite recently rewatching the Batman the Animated Series with joy. Everybody is watching new films and new TV shows and uploading very, very bad reviews on the internet, and everybody is crying about how bad today's entertainment is. And there I am, rewatching Batman the Animated Series, having a time of my life. And it is as if Kevin Conroy was still here, as if he never left. It is strangely sad, but also quite beautiful, if you know what I mean. And I think that they're the same will be with Arlene Sorkin. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about all this. If you know Batman the Animated Series, if you have ever seen it, if you watched it in the 90s or later, and what's your favorite representation of Harley Quinn, if it is the original one as created by Paul Dini, Bruce Timm and Arlene Sorkin, or if it is some later iteration, or if it is the movie one with Margot Robbie. Let me know all about it. And that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching. And I'm out of here.